Hi everyone, and welcome to this lesson on on-site optimization. Under this, we'll be focusing on choosing SEO friendly theme. Oftentimes, both the developer, website designer, and even the owner sometimes they only focus more on how they want their product to be experienced. you know, I want my website to look like this, I want it to look like that, I want this, I want that, I want it to have color. When I click on this, I want this to show up. When user does this, I want this to happen. It's usually every effort is usually on every focus is usually on the functionality, and sometimes aesthetics. I know of a client who only worries about how he wants how he wants his website to look. He wants this to have this feel, that feel, and little or no effort is put towards how search engine perceives your website, or how search engine even crawls the website. every, every everything around that is left to maybe when they started running advertisement, and then the advertisement is not working. That's when they now think about, okay, let me try SEO, right? Which is wrong. That order is very wrong. It should be part of the marketing from the onset, from the moment the idea was conceived. You should think about SEO. That's when I said, okay, when we mentioned it's a practice, SEO should be an art. It should be something that you think about on a regular basis. It will be a way of life. So when you're thinking of your businesses or your product that you want to launch, you should consider, ask questions. Okay, what is the impact of SEO for this? How can we ask the question, right? It is very important. And so for this lesson, I'm going to walk you through how you can ensure that whatever theme that you're choosing for your website. And the reason is because we're focusing on WordPress, right? And for SMEs, most of the time, we make use of templates, themes that has already been made. So we just buy it and then we install. Now, so when you're choosing your theme, haven't selected or decided on the particular theme you want to use, most times before you even decide, you would have explored the theme, like how it looks, what happens, and all of that I'm going to show you. Now, and this is the platform we use. The platform is by Google themselves, right? It helps you to measure the performance, the accessibility, the best practice, and then SEO functionalities of that theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a theme, right? I've already selected like 3 themes. We're going to now check their demo, right? Any demo that I like, and then I would pick, and then we'll go and test to measure the compatibility of this theme. I will always walk you through all that. Let's go right now. So, by the way, this is my WordPress. I've prepared my WordPress, right? I've prepared my WordPress. I've installed a WordPress on this URL. You can also check it here, so you see that I've prepared my WordPress. I expect that you also have your website already prepared. So now I buy my themes from Theme Forest. I have a bunch of themes I've already purchased from them. So I'm going to just use some of those themes in this lesson. So this is one of the themes I purchased from them, right? And I have opened the demo, the main website here. So and then let's now go to the demos. We can just scroll down to see the demo. I mean, majority of the team, they would have like a page where they describe everything around their theme. Yes, I think we're here now. So looking at this theme, I'm looking at it. There are different theme for different businesses depending on the business if you have a fashion business, online course, or you're into wine, or you have an online shop, um, right, or a logistics business, or creative business, a clothing line, you know, consulting. I mean, just imagine dental clinic, beauty store. I mean, a development company, yoga. I mean, the list goes on and on. Law firm, nutritionist, a webmaster, coffee shop, hotel, photographer. Just think about any. So we call this kind of theme multi-purpose theme, right? So for the case of this, because I'm just going to stick to one. Okay, so let me do a law firm. Now, this is the URL for this website demo. So I want to build a law firm, a website for a law firm, right? And I like the way this looks. So I'm opening up the theme to see how it looks and if it's in line with what my client or the brief my client has given to me. Sometimes some persons will share this link with their client to let the client browse through it. Once the client likes it and says, you know what, I like the theme, use it for me, you know, then just customize it, you know, to my use. For me, you know, and then the designer just go ahead. I mean, it just goes ahead. I mean, to develop every single thing. You might see it has basic things. I mean, the only thing that will be changed would be this text or these headers, right? This content, this image might change. You know, if it's a Nigerian thing, you may want to make sure that the images there are Black Americans or blacks, and so on. So, I mean, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. And by the way, this is the platform by Google. Google already that I'll share with you. I'm also going to put it in the lesson. Just scroll a bit down, you will see the link down under this video. So you can copy it and make sure that you're using that. So I'm going to paste the URL I copied in here, and then I run an audit. Now this is the audit that you need to do for any theme that you choose or you like and you would like to use before you end up making up your mind. So you should have like 2 or 3 themes that you're considering, right? That fit your criteria or and so on, right? In this case, I have a couple. I open like 3, right? So I'm saying before you make the purchase of the theme, make sure this test is carried out. And here you are. It has brought out the results. It's telling me that the performance of the theme is low, and accessibility is not so great either. And this is like the summary. Best practice SEO is 84. So let's now go in deeper and view the reports. It's telling me a lot of things. Let's go in deeper to view the reports. So performance is 20%, and on this scale, so if performance of the team between is within this range, then it's a no-no as a team. It's a no-no. You cannot, because I mean, it's the team has been customized in a way that you are going to use it as well. Well, the only thing that might even change, in fact, sometimes your images might be heavier than the images that has been uploaded there, right? So which makes the situation even worse, right? That's one. Accessibility, that people being able to access it, maybe because of have different devices, browsers and all, is saying on a scale of 1 to 100 it's 75, which is fair enough, right? Fair enough. And best practice, it says 80%, and SEO, which is key, is 84%, which is not bad at all. But performance is a no-no, because now one thing I need you to know is that Google or other search engines, they place high priority on users' experience of your website. If user come to your, if you remember when we talked about SEO and what SEO is and how SEO works. Remember we mentioned that what determines determinant factors that determines what website gets ranked above others. Remember we mentioned several things, and one of the things that we mentioned is that visits, users, user traffic, and time spent on the website. So if people come and leave, or the website doesn't even finish loading before they leave, then it's a bad experience. Automatically, they will not want to rank your website, right? Regardless of how great the content may be. So please bear that in mind. So these are like the breakdown of so many things, on the website, and just showing red, 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 red. I mean, these are great pointers. These are great pointers. So this is the accessibility point. Checks the highlight, you know, buttons do not have accessible names. I mean, this just goes to give us like like heads up, guys. Heads up and all of that. You know that we should consider before we even go further to purchase the theme. Now let's look at another one. This is another one. It's also a theme. I'm not sure it's a multi-purpose. Is it? Okay, this one is for marketing and they are not giving demo. I'm surprised. There should be a kind of demo. Okay, I guess. So let's go to another theme. This is another theme, right? And we'll just choose one demo. This is also a multi-purpose theme, by the way. Multi-purpose. Remember when I said multi-purpose? Multi-purpose means that there are different demo for different businesses that you can never imagine. So if you are into bakery, you are into jewelry, you are into fashion, you are into, this is brewing, you are into organic, they have every single thing. All you need to do is just decide. So if you sell cars, so let's use this car demo, the car's demo, and let's see what happens. Let's see. Like I mentioned, this website, in your own case, your which one did I select? Oh, I think I just selected one. Anyways, let's move on. So what I'll do is I'll copy the URL of that thing, not the entire thing, but then the specific demo I chose, right? And then I just go to measure and then okay, yes, and then I paste in the URL. See what happens. Let's see the result. If it's if the performance is okay, if it's accessible, best practice. You can even do for your current website. Your current website. So if for those of us who have who already have a website, you can do this same test. Just the URL is web.dev/measure. It basically just tells you every single thing about your website, right? Either demo or not. So yeah, I'm going to check for the I built like a for this course. I built like a mini website for this course, so I'm going to check for that to see web.dev measure. The idea is I built a mini website so that to make enrollment easy for people, and then something that should be very reasonably fast, compatible, mobile responsive, and then just deliver the goods basically. So I want to run an audit of that the theme I installed, right? To get something so this is just showing an example for those of us who already have a website. And mind you, your website doesn't necessarily need to have academy in front. It can just be www.gigalagos.com, gigalagosdigital.com, right? It could just be that, and then we're fine, right? Luckily, if you look at this, almost everything is green. The performance is not so great, but is above average, right? Accessibility is excellent. Best performance is excellent. SEO is 100%, meaning that this theme is responsive. Support SEO, right? For the ones that they tell you that then it needs improvement, they will also recommend. They will also show you the things that you can do, to make sure that the everything is in align. It's a remove unused CSS. Enable render blocking resources. Remove unused JavaScript. Excuse me, and so on and so forth. Right. By the time all of those are done, So look at the theme that we're checking. Right. You see, SEO is good. Best practice is not too bad. Accessible is is just a little bit above average bad. But then performance is not to write home about. So those are how to check. Excuse me, for the thing to use and not the one not to use, right? So this is this. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Like I mentioned, just get the URL, get the demo, and then test it before you decide on which thing to purchase. Once you have found out which one works, then you can go and purchase it, and then proceed to install on your website. Right? I hope this has been so. I see you in the next lesson. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about installing this. So in the next lesson, I'm basically just going to pick one theme and then and then install the plugins that would help facilitate the SEO impact that the reason why we are here, right? So thank you so much, and I see you in the next class.